Today, we are spotlighting our veterans. Team Rubicon is a veteran-led organization that helps communities before, during, and after natural disasters and crises. Let's welcome Team Rubicon CEO Art Cruz. Art, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Melissa.
Before we get into Team Rubicon, I want to hear your story because you come from the Navy. You taught, I mean, it's an amazing career that you've had in the Navy.
Yeah, I felt incredibly lucky, over the course of 22 years, I was able to be part of carrier aviation for the Navy, made a bunch of deployments, 6 actually, and met incredible people, had incredible responsibilities. And it, now is paying off because all of those experiences and things I did have applicability to the world around me now.
6 deployments. Thank you for your service, Art. And your next phase of service to our country is through Team Rubicon. You founded this in the aftermath of Haiti, of the earthquake there. Tell us how much you've grown. It's an amazing story of how many gray shirts you had then and how many you have now.
Yeah, I actually wasn't one of the founders, but Jake Wood, who was a former Marine sniper, founded Team Rubicon, and in 2010 it was 8 people, and now we have over 160,000 volunteers, of which the majority are military veterans, but we also include civilians, first responders, from all walks of life. So the growth has been tremendous, but it's not as big as we want it to be because, frankly, disasters are outpacing the ability to keep up. There is more that needs to be done.
Yeah, Art, and you have to triage that. But there are people watching that say, you know what, I'd love to be able to help. I have no idea what I'm good at. Can I pick up a shovel, or it can be logistical support? How can people get involved with Team Rubicon?
Yeah, I like to say everybody has a role. It's our job as an organization to find how people across the country can contribute to help their neighbors on their worst day. And you can be working remote, or you can be at Team Rubicon. And if you go to teamrubiconusa.org, you can sign up or certainly support us with donations.
Art, it's Tim. Thanks for everything you're doing. What's been the greatest victory here? Is it psychological? Is it emotional? Obviously, physically getting in there and helping. But for your team and the communities you've been serving.
Yeah, I think victory is multi-pronged. Just like, every win, there's these incredible, outcomes that happens. The first is that we help people who really need it. There are communities across the country where devastation overwhelms their ability to respond. And we have volunteers who will travel across the country to help people on their worst day. The second line of victory is for the people who put on our gray shirt, or for that matter, people who volunteer across the country, because the reality is, by volunteering, you're paying yourself, you're building your own resilience, you're connecting with a community. And for military veterans in particular, they re-identify with a community, they find a newfound, reestablished identity, and they certainly get to rekindle that purpose as they go out into these communities and help.
Your big operation currently is happening in Taylor County, Florida, helping the victims in the aftermath of Hurricane Idalia. Can you tell us about how things are going there?
Yeah, they continue to recover. The devastation from a hurricane lasts well beyond, the news cycle. And we've had volunteers there since it made landfall. We're continuing to help people stabilize their homes, removing debris, and helping them to move forward in their recovery. And if we can do that quickly, and if we can continue to have that effort, it helps each of these communities reestablish the normalcy, that allows children to go to schools, business to stand back up, and people to go back to safe homes.
There's been a focus recently in corporate America, a renewed focus perhaps, hiring veterans. There's a front-page article in the Wall Street Journal saying corporate America wants to hire drill sergeants. And I'm wondering, Art, from your standpoint, if you are seeing that, if your veterans are seeing that, if people are truly appreciating all the skills, the discipline, everything that you've learned in the military.
Yeah, I hope they do. Frankly, I think if you wore the uniform of our nation, you graduated from a unique college. You just had courses in discipline, in taking care of people, in leadership, and decision making. And all of that is really valuable in any environment, in uniform and out of uniform. And I think, I was really excited to see that article because I think that recognition now is beginning to, take away that stereotype that a veteran is someone who is injured in war and has these, scars that they carry with them. The reality is they bring incredible gifts from their experience and training.